Good morning, everyone. Today is May 28th, 2020. It is 59 but feels like 57 here in North Idaho. I'm Jody and welcome to Moose Flats Farm. David John did get the last two beds, the grass pulled out and the compost added. Got them rototilled. I've got the zucchinis pulled out of the greenhouse, so they're ready to go in, but that will be a project for tomorrow because it's kind of drizzly. But my black hen that we call Purple Eggs that was in the Ziggy shed, she hatched out 5 babies. Let's go check on her. So there I've got the black hen with her 5 babies and the white hen with her 4. And the main reason I moved her out from in the Ziggy shed when I got home from work today to check on her, the baby chicks would get close to the Muscovy hen would attack the babies, and Black Mama would attack the Muscovy hen who's just defending her nest. So I'm like, just eliminate all of that pressure and issue. So I brought her out here and put her under the upside down water trough, and she's over in that corner on her babies. And speaking of babies, these 3 are really starting to grow and feather out because I've been letting them come out and cool off from being under the brooder light. So with peppers opposed to tomatoes, let's see if I can, because with a tomato, if you, especially an indeterminate one, and definitely with a determinate one, if you cut the tops out of them, you lose all upward growth. I mean, you still get sucker growth that you could recover your plant from, but it's not good to top your tomatoes. And we'll take this pepper as an example, and it definitely could do with some pruning and topping, because as you see down here, it is sending out side shoots, and if I take and cut this pepper basically where I have it tied, all these lower shoots are going to branch out and make for a bushy tomato. And I have another one here that's sending out all sorts of side shoots. Since I am planning on planting these guys in the garden in about a week and a half, I'm going to go through and prune down some of the peppers. Going to leave some of them tall just to do the scientific experiment to see which way works best. Okay, so doing this would actually be better on a younger plant, but because I do have this older one, I am going to nipper it and we'll see how it goes. So now this guy, and yeah, his adult leaves look a little yellow. He needs some nitrogen fertilizer, but he's going to, in all of his armpits, continue pushing out new growth So he's going to be a nice bushy pepper. And these guys that I'm starting on are the Mad Hatters that I actually started these pepper plants end of January, February. And I'm just going to go through and top all these and we'll see how it goes. And what I was finding when I was researching on how to do this is you would count 1, 2, 3, 4. This would actually be number 4. 4 big leaves. I'm going to just take the tippy top out of all of them. And I'll probably not top this one at all because it's really starting to bush out. And it's like this one really doesn't have enough lower leaves and junctions before it split, so not going to prune him. And this one has got a blossom, so I am going to prune just below that blossom, just to reduce stress when I do transplant them out. And I think my big one's in the 6-inch pot. Unless they look really leggy. Because I mean, isn't that a beautiful red bell pepper? It's got lots of side shoots coming on it. Just needs to get in the ground. So we'll just keep an eye on these guys and see how they do. Like I said, my big red bell peppers will be kind of my beta test. See how they do, if they get super leggy as compared to, I didn't nip that one that I nipped down. See if they stay a little smaller and bushier and produce more fruit. So we'll see. Take these pepper greens into the babies in the brooder. But the next thing I'm going to try is telling you how I was having an issue getting rosemary seedlings to start. So I bought these two nice big ones for David John. And I bought two more, but they're on the little smaller side. So I'm going to wait, get them transplanted into a bigger pot, and wait to do this to them when they're a little bigger. And I got these terracotta pots from a local store, and they had ones that were painted, which the paint helps retain the moisture, especially in the heat of summer from the pots drying out. And you had to pay $10 more a pot to have it painted. So I just went through, because the two for David John, I just painted the pots that the cream color, same as the sides of the raised beds. And we'll do a little pruning of these guys because I'm going to try to propagate them. And I'll show you how I saw to do it on YouTube. And then in the next day or so, get these guys planted in their new pots. So the one video I watched, you basically, and that looks like how they did these, was from propagation, is you want to kind of prune for shape also while you're doing this. So I'm going to take all of these long guys off, and we'll get them down to the house, and I'll show you the next step. Because, whoa, don't throw it on the floor. What will happen is at every leaf junction, they will, like, I don't know if you guys can see, like right there, see how it's sending out a new branch? So now it's going to just make it nice, and like right here is a good example. Right there you've got the Y and the leaf nodes, so it's going to send out two more where there was just the one. So now I've got two little bushy rosemaries that kind of look like the two I just bought. So the actual next step is going to be finding out where Betty, Al, and Ro have ran off to in the rain. Get them collected so I can go back down to the house. And I'll leave you guys in here out of the rain. Because the first couple times that I let them out and went to put them in, they'd go straight in. Now they're thinking they're big dogs. Come on, guys. And that was actually reminiscent to the first couple times I put them in. The trick is I got to leave the brooder door closed so the juvenile hens don't try to escape. They're in the process this week gonna get their part of the brooder removed so they can start having more room and getting out and running around. So let's grab the rosemary and go down to the house and show you how I'm going to get it started. So I saw two different ways that you can do this. One is stripping them down. And dipping them in rooting hormone or just putting them directly into soil. I'm going to do the hydroponic way of it, for lack of a better term, and stick them in water so that way I can, because as you guys know, I tried doing the citronella in the rooting hormone and that didn't really work out that good. So I'm going to try doing the waterway with these guys. I'll get these cleaned up and in a jar of water and move them over to by where the lemon is, since I still have the grow lights on there. And in 2 weeks, hopefully, we will see root growth on these guys. And then I can get them transplanted into a pot with dirt. But you do want to be careful when you're pulling off the leaves that you're not really shredding the stem itself like I just did there. And part of it is because this stem is a little older. So there, I've got some started rosemary. This one with just 4 in it is slightly older branches, a little more woody. 2, 3, 4. And the one with 6 is younger branches, so we'll see which does better. Get this stuff here in a Ziploc bag for David John, and we'll see what turns out. So that Muscovy hen right there actually has eggs that are getting ready to hatch. And when I went out this morning, Valkyrie, my adult goose, was in the nest box with that Muscovy hen. I kicked out one of the hatching eggs, and it unfortunately didn't make it. But right now, Valkyrie is pacing, wanting to get in there. And the last 20 minutes, that mama hen has been off the nest. I hope Valkyrie didn't push her out of her nest, because she's got 11 eggs in there that are getting ready to hatch. So on that weird news, I will see you guys on Sunday's video. I hope you have a good day and a good week. And hopefully Sunday I'll have baby Muscovies to show you. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Bye for now. Well, I just couldn't leave you on that note. I did, after about 30 minutes, she did go back onto her nest, and I did hear a couple peeping in the eggs, so hopefully she stays on them. I do have the 2 gates shut, so nobody else can go in there and mess with her, so looks like we're back on track. Bye.